NOFAP and women attraction. Now in this video I'm going to talk about why I think that doing NOFAP makes you more attractive to women. It increases this so-called women attraction. And I do not think it is a placebo. I do not think it is nonsense, because a lot of people will say, well, you know, this argument, I believe in some of the benefits of NOFAP, but this one seems a bit far-fetched. Especially people who are like anti-NOFAP usually say, well, this is just complete nonsense. Look at these guys, you know, trying to come up with arguments why NOFAP is a good thing, you know. And now they're saying that if you stop watching pornography, if you stop masturbating, that this will somehow make women more attracted to you, right? That's just complete nonsense, they will say. They will say, what idiot will ever make such an extreme claim? And well, this idiot will make that claim, because I have done a lot of NOFAP semen retention myself, and I definitely feel like women are more attracted to me when I do NOFAP. It's like when I walk on the street, it's as if women keep looking at me. You know, when I'm talking with a woman, it's as if she's slightly more impressed, as if she's slightly more submissive and try hard. You know, as if there's something about me that makes women more drawn to me. And in this video I'm going to talk about a couple of reasons. I think they are very convincing reasons that explain why NOFAP increases women attraction and why it is not a placebo effect, why it is not nonsense. I actually think that these arguments are very convincing. And it starts by understanding that we men, we have, like, you could see it symbolically as an energy, right? We have a masculine energy about us, and women have this feminine energy. And these energies are drawn to each other. Men like feminine women, women like masculine men. And you might have experienced this yourself as well. You know, sometimes you see a woman and there is just something about her. When you look at her objectively, like at the details, you know, like at maybe the position of the facial elements and the bodily proportions, she is not necessarily a supermodel, you know, she isn't necessarily a lot prettier than the other women, but there is something about her that makes you drawn to her. She has that radiant feminine energy, right? You guys have probably noticed this from time to time. And it works the other way around as well. Women are attracted to this masculine energy, and some men just have that masculine energy where they aren't necessarily a supermodel, you know, they aren't exactly someone with extremely good looks, but for some reason women just are attracted to them, even though they don't even know the guy yet. You know, they don't even know if this guy is rich or whatever, but there is something about them that just makes women drawn to them. And that is that masculine energy. And doing NOFAP increases that masculine energy. So how does it work? How exactly does NOFAP increase that energy? And this is where things get a little bit controversial, because people have different opinions on this, but I have seen a couple of arguments that seem very convincing to me. Some more than others, but there are some of them that are just, for me, they explain everything. Now, the first one is that it could have something to do with pheromones, right? Pheromones are these things that we naturally excrete that make people of the opposite sex attracted to us without consciously knowing it, right? This is like we have a sense, the sense pheromones, where we are attracted to someone and we don't really know what it is. It is not a smell, it is not a visual thing, but there's just something about this person that we become attracted to them. Now there's plenty of scientific evidence that shows that, you know, we sense pheromones. Men sense the pheromones of women when they are ovulating. You know, we know deep down inside that women are fertile, that they are ovulating, even though on a conscious level we have no idea, right? We can't just walk on the street and say, well, that woman is ovulating, that one isn't, that one is. We can't do that. But if they do these scientific studies where they make men smell women, they subconsciously know which ones are ovulating, because they find these just slightly more attractive. You know, just something about these women that they radiate a little bit more feminine energy. And so it could very well be that when you do NoFap, that you have these, well, maybe an increase in testosterone, or maybe just an increase in mindset, where you just feel more masculine, that makes you excrete more masculine pheromones, which subconsciously makes women more attracted to you. That could be a very strong explanation. Now, some people take this a little bit further and they make it into more of a spiritual argument, where they say, well, it's not just pheromones, but it has to do with these vibrations, you know, with like masculine vibrations, and you have this aura around you that makes women more attracted to you. Now, this one, I don't really know if I should believe this one. I tend to go for more rational arguments, but I don't want to say that it's complete nonsense. A lot of people seem to believe in this vibrational aura thing, so that's, you know, that could be an explanation as well. But the last point that I'm going to make is, for me, in my opinion, the most convincing one by far. Like, this one alone could explain everything, and that is the fact that when you do NoFap, it subtly changes the way that you go about the world. It subtly changes the way that you move your body, the way that you hold your posture, or that you even hold your face. And this one also is probably largely subconscious, because you might think, well, I'm not necessarily moving my body in a more confident way, you know, or I am not necessarily holding eye contact for longer with a woman. But there are these very, very subtle subconscious things, like you might just hold your posture a little bit more up straight, you know, you might hold your chest a little bit more forward. And your face as well. This is something that I think a lot of people underestimate. They think, well, I'm not smiling, I'm not looking like a Chad, you know, there's nothing going on in my face, I'm just holding a neutral, emotionless face. But even when you hold a neutral face, there are going to be subtle differences. You know, when you are not feeling great about yourself, when you are a fapper, you might hold your face like this, which seems like a perfectly normal, emotionless face. But if you are radiating from the inside, you know, if you are feeling fully confident, feeling masculine, and you are on NoFap, or maybe even semen retention, your face might look something more like this. And now both of them are, you know, when you look at them individually, completely neutral, emotionless faces. You know, you're not looking angry, you're not smiling, you're not looking sad, nothing. But still, there are these very subtle little changes in the face, and people are going to notice that. Especially women. Women, for some reason, evolution programmed women to be these masters, to be wonderful at reading little sub-communications in people's body language and their face, and even between the lines of what they say, right? And so when women see these two faces, they are going to notice the difference between whether you are a fapper, you know, whether you are feeling a little bit depressed or even just feeling nothing, and the feeling you have when you are doing NoFap. They are going to notice the difference. And when they see your NoFapper face, they are going to think, you know, there's something about this guy. There's something about this guy that just radiates this energy, that just radiates confidence, you know, and they are going to be attracted to that. And I think that this factor alone could explain like the whole NoFap women attraction thing. I think this could explain perfectly well why it's not a placebo, why it actually makes you radiate that masculine energy. You know, this is not a spiritual thing. This actually explains why you radiate something where people think, you know, there's something about him that makes him more confident, etc. I think that makes a lot of sense. And on top of that, we have the other arguments as well, like pheromones. Pheromones sounds to me like it could also make a lot of sense. Now, there isn't any scientific evidence that actually proves that when you do NoFap, that you excrete more masculine pheromones. But I wouldn't be surprised if it were true. You know, it makes a lot of sense to me. The spiritual argument of the vibrations and the aura, again, I don't really know if I should believe this one. I don't want to say that it is complete nonsense. Maybe it is true. A lot of people seem to believe that as well. But whether you believe that or not, I think the other arguments, especially the one with the subtle changes in your face, I think that explains enough already. In my opinion, that argument is so strong that I am convinced that it is not nonsense, that it is not a placebo effect. And it is not just about how long you hold eye contact with women. You know, there's just something about doing NoFap that just makes you this slightly better, more radiant version of yourself. It makes you radiate that masculine energy, and that will make women more attracted to you. It will increase your women attraction. So if you guys like this video, click the like button, leave a comment below, because the algorithm really likes that, so that way you will be supporting me. If you want to support yourself, then click the subscribe button, because if you liked this video, you are definitely going to like my other videos as well that I'm going to make for a very long time. So click the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.